Welcome back to week 5, but game 4 of the Butler football season. We're here with the head coach, Brice Vignery, and I guess we should explain to people who don't know what exactly happened last week. We ran into a lightning storm, and due to the nature of the storm and how long it was going to last and the forecast that it was going on Sunday as well, went ahead and moved the game all the way to the back of the season. Just kind of talk about how that all transpired.
So, I mean, we prepared all week to play a team. We get to the stadium. We knew there was going to be a little bit of rain. And like Kansas, it just kind of blew up out of nowhere. And we're walking into the stadium about 5:45 and a lightning strike hits. And from that moment, I went over to Chris Simish and we started looking at the radar, and it didn't look very good. So we took it. We got the head coach over there, and the lightning just seemed to restart our time to get on the field. And as you look at the forecast into the night and into the next day, it just wasn't advantageous to play a football game. So luckily we had that open weekend there at the end of November on the 23rd. So we'll just have to wait to play our rival down the road. But it's not ideal to not play a game, but I know, like we talked about on earlier this week, our kids were ready to play. They wanted to get on the bus and drive down there and play, and so that energy has carried over this week into practice and into meetings, and I think our kids are extremely ready to play tomorrow.
Yeah, so let's talk about tomorrow's opponent, the Snow Badgers, coming here over 1,000 miles away in Utah, making the trip to El Dorado for the third time in the past 5 years. I guess you know more or less what to expect from this team that you're going to face.
Absolutely. They've always been a very disciplined team. They've always been a very physical football team. And so that's what I've challenged our kids with all week is we've got to be able to match their physicality. And they're a program of success. They win a lot of games. They have a lot of success. And so we've got to go out there and match that intensity, match that physicality, and it's going to be a very good game. You're playing a top 5 opponent, top 3 opponent. They're going to be very good. They're going to be very sound in what they do, and so this will be probably the most complete team that we've played to date.
Talking to the Snow head coach, the very first player that he mentions is the quarterback, Donnie Smith, a kid with 15 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions on the season. What do you need to do to be successful against him?
I think we just need to give him a bunch of different looks, his ability to read the defense and make quick decisions. And then we always talk about pressure on the quarterback. The moment you can get pressure on the quarterback and get him off his spot and force him to make quicker decisions than normal, we'll be at a premium on Saturday. But he's an extremely good football player. From the pocket, he can make about every throw on the field. We just want to, again, kind of contain him, because if he does get out of the pocket, he is athletic enough to run for first down and extend plays. And so, our front seven's got a task on their hands this week with him. And the guys in front of him are very technically sound offensive line. They're very big. They're very athletic. So this should be a really good battle, kind of feeling each other out as the game goes. And as the game goes, there's certain things that'll change. And but it's just going to be about who can win the point of attack, who can win the line of scrimmage, and that's really where this game's going to separate.
Offensively, you've played 2 quarterbacks in each of the first 3 games of the year. Do you see that continuing this week?
Yeah, we're going to continue to do that because, again, I think it gives both those guys opportunities to play. But then again, the teams that are preparing for us have to prepare for both. They're both very alike but very different at the same time. And so we're going to continue to do that and play both of them again this week. And again, one's good in one situation, one's good in the other. And so we'll get them both out there, and we've had a lot of success with both of them, and we'll just continue that trend.
All right, so the buzz around town this week has been for 2 things. One, Gold Fest, the city festival, is happening here at the stadium, so the football game is going to be in the midst of all that chaos. Yeah. And then the second thing is this game is going to be broadcast on ESPN. So talk about those 2 unusual elements.
Yeah, that's what I told our team on Monday, is that there's going to be more distractions this week than ever. Obviously with Gold Fest, they're expecting thousands of people to show up just south of our stadium here. And then you add on top of that, you're playing a top 5 opponent, an ESPN game, all those things. I just told our kids to focus on us, put your blinders on. Let us coaches worry about the distractions of the game and the game day. They need to focus between the lines and be able to do those things. But I thought our kids have handled it very well. You've known me a long time. I don't really talk about all this other stuff, and that's how our kids are. Our kids just go to practice, they go to work, but I think it'll be a very, very electric atmosphere. With that many people, they're going to want to come in and watch the game. They're going to want to be there to see it, and so it'll be a great atmosphere for both teams to play in. It's our home stadium. There's no venue like it. it's awesome that you guys get to produce this with ESPN, the second game in 2 years. And so it's a great opportunity for not only our players, but your students, our town, the exposure of Butler. And so it should be a really fun day.
All right, well, those are the thoughts of the head coach, Brice Vignery, as the Grizzlies get ready to take on the Snow College Badgers on Saturday, a 1:30 kickoff.